こんばんは、侍たち。この私がただいま参上. Good evening, and welcome to Frightday Midnight Horror Stream. I'm your host, the Samurai of Tears, Namida no Samurai, also known as Peach Chips SG6. And if this is your first time here, then welcome. I am a variety streamer. I stream 3 times a week, most weeks, and pick on games that the media rags on. So if the media hates it, I probably love it, and that's what I play here. Ranging from old retro games through to even modern classics, like the Maiden of Blackwater, which we had to play, and Hello Wheels. Glad you are here to join me in this one. As is pretty usual for Project Zero games with me, I am very, very much a coward. I cannot complete these games on my own. The first one, Project Zero, even with a friend in the room, we could not complete that game. And it was only last year, I think, when we played this through on stream, that we actually were able to complete the first game. And yeah, I'm still need to finish 2. I've played it before though, so I wasn't in a rush to complete that one when the new one came out, and I'm like, yes, I am so here to see where this game goes. Hello, onions. Yes.
That was scary.
Yeah, thank you for that one. Hi, onions. How you doing? It's already started. So you got the lights off. I'm all ready. It's pitch black here, which is crazy for me. Being mid-August, it should not be dark yet. Like, what the hell's going on? But yeah, definitely getting us in the mood. Anything to do with Dean gets me in the mood, whether it's for this or something else. Not saying anything, but Jensen Ackles, come on. Either way, though, I have never finished this game. I played it when it first came out with my sister, the fantastic Princess Sully, if she shows up. Hi. But yeah, we only managed to play it for like a couple of nights before she had to go home, and I've been waiting to be able to play this again. So I'm like, save me to the darkness and Dean. Yes, excellent. Dark Room. That's the best way to experience these games. So there is a content warning I'll put out because the Project Zero games do not hold back. They tend to have themes in them which are very disturbing, and this one's main theme is about suicide, as it is based in a suicide forest. It will go into like lore and mythology as to why people perhaps go to this forest, but just be aware that there are some very dark themes covered in the Project Zero games. They will not hold back. It will be very moody. There is never any levity in these games at all. But if you enjoy it, brilliant. I hope you join in. If you need to talk about anything afterwards, you guys know where I am. Just drop me a message in Discord. I'm more than happy to talk through things, because it is a game. That's the one thing we do have to remember. And if you enjoy this game through to its completion, I might play through number 3 after this, because it is my favourite in the series. But other than that, so just random plug myself. I normally stream on Thursdays, Fridays and Sundays, with the occasional Saturday stream. So I'll be here on Sunday with some lightning returns. Back on Thursday for Kingdoms of Amalur, and then next Friday obviously to try and continue on with this. But next Saturday, 27th of August, is a continuation of our Pathfinder game, Vaults of Galadriel. So that'll be a bonus extra stream next Saturday on the 27th at 6 PM. But either way, I'm here for some scares. Now, I have to say, I've got an exciting day out tomorrow. Celebrating my birthday. I've leveled up to level 39. So I'm spending the day out tomorrow with Wheels and a few other fit folks. Means I've got a really early start. So what better way to start off a long celebratory weekend than by staying up ridiculously late and scaring myself so much I don't sleep the night before? I'm a genius. I know I am. But it's been a pretty good night so far. I mean, I should have done a lot more housework preparing for people to come over. Instead, I ended up playing Deep Rock Galactic quite a bit today. I played for a couple hours this afternoon, and then another 4 hours with folks this evening. Getting a lot of levels. But then, when I was going out to get my dinner, I got free food. They were going through all of the stuff they wanted to get rid of, because it's past its sell-by date, no one had bought it. And I got on really well with one of the shop workers. He goes, "Do you want this?" So he gave me like loads of free sandwiches and little toffee desserts, cheese and onion rolls. So a lot of it's gone in the fridge for the next couple of days. It'll still be alright, even though you have to sell it. It'll be alright for a day or two. And my whole dinner tonight was free, apart from a bottle of Mountain Dew, which I treated myself to, considering it was free food. And some Turkish Delight too, because, you know, someone's got to eat it, and I hope that someone will be me. So if any of you ever have Turkish Delight, and you're one of those strange people that says, ew, just give it to me. I'm quite happy to dispose of Turkish Delight in any form. But either way, I want to go with this. I'm really excited to see where it goes. I kind of trying to remember, last time I messed up massively, but still managed to get like an A rank on the mission, which was quite amusing. But we got, the person that we're playing as is a paranormal investigator and was given a mission to help find a missing person. She was told never take missing person cases. But the person that runs the business, the paranormal investigator she works for, has been missing for several days, and this girl comes in. So we take the job, we go to this suicide forest, we find out that the girl and the person that's gone missing have tried to kill themselves before. The girl that hired you slits her own throat, and so we had to fight her. And then I think we had a vision of the person that we work for being drowned. So we're in a bad situation right now. This is only going to get worse. This is like, ugh. I don't know where this is going to go, but it's going to get absolutely horrific. Always does. I mean, come on, you got the first game which had the rope ceremony where maidens had their wrists, legs and necks tied with a rope and then were pulled to pieces. You've got the Crimson Butterfly where twins were forced to kill their other twin and cast them into hell. You've got, oh my god, it's just like there is never a happy moment in these games. So yeah, it's this is gonna be great. But thanks, onions. I say every time you hear people in social media talking about foods, it's like, I don't like Turkish Delight, I don't like Bounties. I'm like, I love coconut, I love pineapple. Seriously, I'll take those two flavours of everything every day. And then they go, I don't like pineapple on pizza. I'm like, I like pineapple on pizza. I'm quite happy to have pineapple on pizza. I don't care what the media says. I think it goes really well, especially with ham, cheese, and pineapple. I've thought sandwiches, like you do like a crumpet with spam, cheese, cheese, and pineapple. It's so good, so good. But say you haven't tried it in ages, might like it, and your mum normally has first dibs, so you need to get. Now, see, this is where Onion Mama's like level just raises up even further. My estimations of Onion Mama are already very high, and now I have super high expectations of Onion Mama. If she likes Turkish Delight, she is a fantastic person. It has to be said. And she has cats, and she has onions. It's all good. She's good. And your grandma loved Bounties. She also had taste. I say pineapple on pizza. Yes, wheels. Pineapple on pizza. Now, bear this in mind, because I always find that people that criticise this to be... And I don't mind. I think we should go for the hardest boss, because it'll be fun. We've challenged the easiest boss last time, so let's go for the hardest one. But also bear this in mind. Most pizza is tomato-based, which I can't have. Tomato offers liquid, and it offers sweetness, because it is a fruit. Now, if you take that tomato away... And I can't have the barbecue sauce that people offer as well, because that's tomato-based, which offers liquid and sweetness. What are you going to replace it with? Now, applesauce I've tried as a base, too sweet. A little too sweet. I've tried mayonnaise as a base, which works really well if you've got a spicy pizza. I used to have that in like Japan quite a bit, and it's alright. Like, if you've got like spicy meat on top, it balances out really well, takes away some of the heat. But I don't have anything else, so I will go with like whatever I can on there. And usually, if I can't have a base on it, at least I can get like tuna and or ham, chicken, and pineapple. It adds moisture to the pizza, which is definitely needed. So I always say to people that want to try to slag off the fact that I go for pineapple on my pizza, I'll say try having it without any tomato on it first, and see how you survive on that one. But I say each person to their own taste. Peronaise, if you're going with like the peri mayonnaise kind of thing like you get from Nando's, I've tried that and it's too bitter. It doesn't cook very well. But again, it's the same as mayonnaise, so it kind of works okay. And again, you have to be there for that kind of spice on there. But I don't want spice. Sometimes I just want something that is that sweet and savoury mixture. So where people go tomato and cheese, I will go for like ham and pineapple. It's something savoury, something sweet, and the flavours go really, really well together. So I kind of like that. And it's the same thing, like you have gammon and pineapple. So I don't see why people think it's so strange to then put it on a pizza. It's like, it's social media. Social media tells you that pineapple shouldn't go on pizza, but why does it exist? I'm just going to throw that out there. But gammon and pineapple. Now, see, this is where the point where I see your tastes are really, really weird and messed up then, Wheels. So you can't slag off me on this one, because gammon, pineapple, gammon and egg. But yeah, if you don't like pineapple, yeah, that's the thing. And it's like me with tomato. When anyone says they put tomato on anything, I'm like, ew, poison. Why would you put that on it? And I'm just like, nah, I'm not ever actually meaning that. And I know like people are just being memey. Because I'm the same thing. I'm like, why would you put tomato on that? That's gross. It smells horrible. It looks vile. Well, yeah, I acknowledge people really love tomato-based things, and I'm just like, I can't have it because I'm allergic. I am disgusted and repelled by it because I'm allergic. It doesn't mean I won't stop other people having it. But say you prefer poached egg on pineapple. I know what you mean. Poached egg on gammon is really good as well. You always need something because gammon's got it's quite acidic meat. I know what you mean. I just love that idea. Poached egg on pineapple. It does actually go really, really well, audience, by the way. Like I said, that idea of like the breakfast thing, you can have like, you put like a ring. This is something I made up when I was a teenager, and I've loved it ever since. You get a toasted crumpet, you put the ring of Spam on it, you melt some cheese over the top, and you have a ring of pineapple. But then you can put like a poached egg on the top instead of it's just a stack of really good flavours. And if you don't like pineapple, don't put the pineapple on. But yeah, we've always had to have fruit with ham. Like something salty, like usually gammon's quite salty, so you want something sweet to pull that out. Usually go for applesauce, to be honest. Again, apples and ham is a really good combination, but pineapple goes really, really well. And Wheel says in other news, the new ship is not great for the super hard missions. Is that because it takes a lot of firepower? Like Wheels has been playing Elite Dangerous into some of the new content, and I've been kind of learning about it vicariously through him. And he's building a big ship. What was it? An Imperial something? You just told me, man. It was at Imperial Cutter, I think. No, it's not a clipper. I was going to say a clipper ship. It's like, no, it's a cutter, right? Big ship, lots of turrets. I'm guessing on the hard missions you probably want something that's... I don't know, maybe you just haven't built it fully yet. I don't know. I was never very good at combat in Elite Dangerous. That's why I always play Trader. I always make money by flying around and getting angry and salty at people that want to ruin my fun. But speaking of fun, let's do it. I'm going to say, my camera wasn't working again before the stream. I was like very worried I was going to have to go non-cam again. But I like having the cam on for these Friday night streams, because it does mean at least I get to be a bit more personable with you guys. And you do see my reactions when I genuinely will just jump at everything. I think I need to flip the camera around though, because it looks like I'm pointing one way where I'm actually pointing another way. So like I'm moving to the left, it looks like I'm moving to the right. It's weird. So weird. But you get to see my scared face. Yeah, that's the whole point of these things, right? I only generally tend to turn it on for these Friday night streams. You don't get to see my messy apartment. But hopefully the sound is still okay for this. There's a lot of sound problems over the last few days. In my stream yesterday, it was balancing the sound around. You should be able to hear the music at this point and still hear me talking over it, I hope. It's kind of like an eerie, chimey music. I also do love the fact that this brand new game, really high definition title, still puts on that film grain in the background. It's kind of a staple for this game. Right, so we finished the prologue, first drop and second drop, where we played as Mew and then Yuri. And now we're on to playing as Ren, who is the guy who works at the same place you do, I believe. You went down a little bit. Okie dokie, will do. So it's all over the place. If I turn it down to about here, maybe. We'll see how that goes. And I'm going to turn my headset down a little bit as well. It's quite creepy. I still need to hear it because they have little whispers in the background. But yeah, so Ren is the guy who works with us. This time we're playing as a male character, which is a little unusual considering in all the previous games, I think you've played as a male character once. That is in Project Zero 3. I love that game so much. I've only played it once and I still remember it. But hopefully sounds a little bit better there. We looked at costumes and how silly some of these are, but we'll just go with default costumes. Oh, easy for players who want to enjoy the story. I do want to enjoy the story, but we're going to play on normal for now, see how that goes. Can always turn it down later. Oh, there's a very easy mode as well. Scores are not recorded. No, I'm playing on normal. I will play on normal for now. Now, do I need to take anything? Nah, I've already got 15 herbal medicines. Yeah, I'm good. 42 type 14. Oh, all the film that we picked up last time is gone. We picked... I think it just... Oh, maybe because it's on a different character? Or, I don't know, but we had loads of film. I picked up loads of 61 type... Oh, well. Alright. And then I could buy a psychic lens. I don't even know what the psychic lens does. It allows you to experience spiritual phenomenon. 10,000 points for one lens. Oof. I don't know. I will skip it. Skip it still. It's probably worth picking up, and I'm like, nope. Post-mortem photography. Ren Hojo. Ren Hojo, a writer, is haunted by a recurring dream in which he kills a young girl during a ritual. That does not bode well. He receives an album of post-mortem photographs located on his request by Hisoka. Upon viewing one of the photographs, Ren recognizes the very scene from his dreams. Eager to delve further into this puzzling mystery, Ren heads to the abandoned inn in person this time, bringing along his assistant, Rui Kagamiya. I think you can experience physical phenomena just by being it. I know, right? There's probably like extra scenes that you get by having those lenses. I don't know. I might have to do a second playthrough just to test it out. But for now, let's see where this goes. Ah, and if this is him, he's a little bit older as well than the usual characters you play in this. But he's dreaming about killing somebody and he's seen it in real life. Huh. Yeah, this is going to be a perfectly happy ending, isn't it? I got... No. I just looked aside at the photograph moves with me. What? Ooh, ooh. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. She didn't move her head. I think I'm seeing things.
She's beautiful, but she looks sad too.
Yeah.
Isn't she the type of woman that you get nervous around?
Yeah. Maybe more of the stuff out there.
I'm glad I wasn't seeing things. But maybe I'm not glad I'm not.
Shall I call Hisoka?
No, let's go there ourselves. It'll be quicker that way.
We're not even in the haunted place yet.
At this hour?
And the creepy stuff's happening. Do you people never learn?
So then, shouldn't you take the camera obscura?
Why does he have the camera obscura?
This could be your chance.
Why does he have it?
People say there's something off about that place.
Okay.
My camera obscura is on the desk. Hisoka sent it back after appraising it for me. I should take that shadow reading report with me too. It may come in handy. Rui's always complaining about me leaving things on the sofa. Okay, so we can go and get the camera. There's an antique-looking camera on the desk. I got Ren's camera. I got the measure upgrade. This displays the current health. Nice! There's an unfinished manuscript on the desk. It doesn't yet have a title. I'll need more materials to solidify the theme. Memorial portraiture. The act of photographing dead bodies was a practice in Western countries in the 19th century, a time when photography was still a rare and expensive luxury. The bodies of recently deceased family members and loved ones were photographed in lifelike poses as a solemn keepsake of remembrance. While researching the phenomenon, I discovered that a similar custom made its way to Japan as well. Known as post-mortem photographs, a small number of these photographs still remain. I have been fortunate enough to obtain one such photograph, which I found to contain a certain beauty lacking in its Western counterparts. This makes it look like I'm looking off screen, this. Hang on. I know this is a bit weird, but can I flip the camera? I don't know if I can. Is there a flip? I'll flip it vertically. I want to flip horizontally. If I do buffering, no. There's got to be an option to flip this. There has to be. Configure video. Maybe. Camera control. Nope. I could focus. I could change the brightness and stuff there, but that doesn't seem to do it. Resolution, color space, color range, buffering. That seems a bit weird. Like, I feel like I should be able to flip this, because it looks like I'm looking the wrong direction, and that's just weird. You know, like, I'm looking towards my screen, but I'm looking away from the game on the stream. Sorry, this is just bugging me right now. No, I don't know if I can actually do any of this though. Video formats. Oh, see, I could go upside down. Right, that was funny, but doesn't help. Maybe I can't fix it. I think I'm just going to be stuck. Unless I want to be upside down for the whole thing, which is amusing, but not useful. Very not useful if I flip it upside down. I'm sure there was a way that you could just mirror cameras, but maybe transform, flip horizontal. Everything's mirrored now. There we go. That's better. Rather than me being completely upside down. Right, let's continue. Because now it looks like I'm looking towards the game, right? Rather than like, I'm going to stare off the screen the whole time. Alright, okay. When photography first arrived in Japan, it was accompanied by the prevalent superstition that photographs could steal a person's soul. Whether anyone truly believed this or not, it surely gave post-mortem photography a special significance in Japan. But yeah, if you can see more than the top of my head, yeah, I can definitely do that. I've got it trimmed at the moment, so it kind of cuts off. But when I flipped, it's cutting off like the wrong part. But yeah, I might do that for one random stream. Just put myself upside down for the whole thing and see if anyone notices. If photographs were taken with this belief in mind, then post-mortem photographs would not simply have been taken as keepsakes or for mourning purposes. Rather, the practice may have carried a certain deeper spiritual significance. Now, I've got a character in my role-playing game that I run on Fridays that has this camera. And its special ability, it's an artifact weapon. It's a level 5 artifact, which is told to be never, ever used. In the world of Exalted, a level 5 artifact is world-changing, world-shattering. You never give it to a player. Now, this can only be activated by people with a certain bloodline, which is how I keep it out of a player's hands. It's just a camera for you guys. But for the NPC that wields it, if they take a photograph of somebody and they die, their soul is sucked into the camera and into the photograph that's taken. And that person then lives on inside the camera. They can never be revived. It doesn't matter how insignificant their injuries are. They just die instantly. And then the person that takes the photograph has a mental breakdown until they converse with the photograph and all the other photographs that they've taken. They have to put them all out into a council and introduce the new soul into the photograph album. It's very creepy, and it's given as like a guardian was passed down to the daughter of the lead family over and over and over again. Right now it has been passed down to a current generation. A couple of the players are aware that this exists, but in character they do not know anything about it. So they keep making jokes about this person walking around with a camera all the time, which is very amusing. The original person that held it only used it once, and this was in a massive fight to the death. She was battered, she was near death, and she broke. She has a fighting style called broken style, meaning the more injured she is, the stronger she gets. Like, she breaks her bones and dislocates all her limbs. She actually starts to move faster. And this person was just beating on her, thinking she was just this poor, defenseless, innocent child. And like her sister, who's in the audience, is sat there going, "No, leave her alone." And they're all like thinking, "Oh yeah. She's just feeling sorry. It's like she doesn't want to see her sister getting hurt." And then they turn to her and she goes, "Look, she should just surrender now." And then the sister's like, "No. I'm telling them to stop the fight now because she's going to murder this other person." And they're like, "What?" And then she turned around and did, taking the photograph, and ended up in a mental institute for the next several months. This girl became the leader of the village and one of the most powerful ninja in the history of my entire storyline because of it. It was good times. It was a nice little story twist, that one. But it was all inspired by this game, the idea of a camera that traps people's souls. So yeah, I was very happy on that one. Right. Okay, Hisoka's letter. It's a reply to the appraisal request for the camera obscura. It urges caution in using it. To Renhojo, the camera you left me to look at is a device known as a camera obscura. Its purpose is to capture images of the supernatural, things invisible to the naked eye. These cameras are incredibly rare, with an almost mythical status in the antiques market. A few have been known to exist, but this is the first I've ever seen with compound lenses. I don't mean to frighten you, but rumours hold that to own a camera obscura is to invite misfortune. They say everyone who has owned one has either died, lost their mind, or gone missing. The cameras themselves have outlived many owners. While some aficionados do seek them out, the story of previous owners meeting with such misfortune has had an impact on their value as antiques. My camera obscura was left to a local family after its previous owner passed away. They graciously gave it to me. I believe yours is still usable, but please do exercise caution in doing so. Sincerely, Hisoka Kurosawa. P.S. The cover on your camera obscura is broken, but it seems it originally had a box shape. I doubt you'd sell it to me, but I would like to borrow it for a while if you don't mind. I am happy to compensate. Please think it over. I left the shadow reading report on the sofa. I should take it with me just in case. Okay, there it is. It may have some information that I could use. Who knows when I might need it. This looks like a report written by Yuri. It seems to be about the photo album. Found item report. Client Renhojo. Report by Yuri Kozukata. Verified by Hisoka Kurosawa. Details of request. Find items pertaining to post-mortem photography on Mounted Kami. Obtain them if possible. Perform shadow reading using a post-mortem photograph found on Mounted Kami as a token. Located album of post-mortem photographs in Ichiru Manor. Took custody of the object. Okay, yeah, you're giving us a copy of the map. Okay, great, love it. Right, okay. Where did I put that book about Mount Kami? Has Rui been tidying up again? Might be on one of the shelves. Probably that glowing item that's on the bookshelf over there. We should go and look at that. For some random reason. I came across this book while researching Mounted Kami. I don't think this story has anything to do with what's going on now, but you never know. The Maiden Slayer. Mounted Kami has long been steeped in legends revolving around suicide and ghosts. Revered as a sacred place since time immemorial, it was once the worshipping ground and home of many shrine maidens. Once there was a man who fell in love with a maiden and came to the mountain in order to court her. However, she remained loyal to her duties and refused his advances. Enraged, the man killed her and threw her into the river. Several days later, he returned with a torch and blade and proceeded to brutally butcher all the shrine maidens on the mountain, tossing them into the river as he went. The waters of the mountain flowed red with blood, carrying the slaughtered corpses of the maidens all the way down to the pool of purification. It is said that the eyes of each of the shrine maidens has been gouged out. Just before killing the first maiden and tossing her into the river, the man's eyes met with those of his victim. Something in her eyes led him to murder the others, or so the legend goes. With all the maidens dead, he killed himself by cutting his own throat. The ghosts of shrine maidens, still drenched in those bloodied waters, have appeared on mountains ever since. It is said that those who meet their eyes are led to their deaths. They follow the women into the water and drown themselves. Though only a legend, the story is believed to be based on an actual incident. Local records show that the bodies of several shrine maidens were discovered long ago, and that all rituals and rites ceased to be performed from that day on. Hey, this looks like part of Rui's journal. It must have gotten mixed in here while tidying. I feel bad reading it, but we're going to anyway. Mr. Hojo can't clean up after himself. For someone who's lived alone for so long, he's incapable of housework. He can't cook, and he's bad at tidying up. I'm more like his caretaker than his assistant. He loses things all the time. Whenever he doesn't have a book he needs, he blows up. He usually ends up asking Miss Kurosawa for help. One time when I was trying to sort out all his books, there was one I couldn't find anywhere. It's like it just disappeared. Miss Kurosawa found it with her shadow reading. She went into his room on her own, then came back out a little while later with the missing book. She just smiled and said something about making the invisible visible. What's this shadow reading business anyway? That reminds me of that one time. I was tidying up and I came across something I'd never seen before. It was like Miss Kurosawa said, the invisible became visible. It was kept inside an old box. I don't even know what it was. I put it aside to sort out later on, but when I went to take a proper look, it had vanished. Must have gone invisible again.
It's almost sunset. We should hurry.
Thanks for the door knocking. Not that I have trauma. Look, oh yeah, look, I have a reflection. So many games don't give you a reflection. Alright, let's go. So, not a creepy backstory at all here. At all.
People not to go up Mount Hikami after dusk. If you climb the mountain in the twilight hours, it'll show you a different form. Its true form.
Okay, there was something weird at the top of the screen there. I don't know if you guys could see that.
Only those who wish to die come here at that time.
There's like hair coming down from the top of the screen. Yeah.
I think that's the inn where the album was found. This must be Ichiru Manor. So, do you think you'll be able to use the camera obscura?
Let's test it.
I think you should try it out first, just to be sure.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Good thinking. Not that, I just thought of that. Okay, this type of camera obscura allows you to take multiple photos at once. Use the multi-shot X function to take 4 photos at once, dealing more damage to the ghosts that you photograph. Taking multiple photos at once also helps you to get fatal frame shots. After a multi-shot, the camera obscura will take longer than usual to reload the film. Keep in mind that multi-shots quickly use up a lot of film. Also, standard obscura lenses do not work with Ren's camera obscura. Okay, camera mode. Press X to take consecutive shots. Huh. That's quite cool. And you can move the lens. Okay.
Is the camera working?
Yeah, that's fine.
You look like you, so yeah.
Is that a good thing?
I need to put the volume up a bit.
We should go.
No, the music is kind of loud, but the voices are super quiet. Alright.
I hear the older part of this inn, the part that's further back inside, it was part of some temple or shrine. After it became an inn, the proprietor's family lived here, but it doesn't look like anyone's been here. There was a massive landslide that hit Mount Hikami. Maybe they were all buried under the rubble.
This is so true.
It looks like the album you asked for was found in the old building.
Yeah, sure looks that way.
Like, why are we coming here at night again? Like, seriously, why? The Circle was investigating the inn. I should head straight there. Oh, okay, so I can't go that way. We'll go this way. I'm guessing it was to the left, because that's what the map showed us, was going this way. So the left shoulder button is run. And there's something to check. An old 3-story inn stands in silence. The landslide raced down the mountain and through the inn, dumping all it picked up into the pond. Okay. Cool. There's something always really creepy about games where you can move really slow or panic run. Hi. Hello. Can't control the torch. That's a bit frustrating. I actually have to move the character to move the torch around. The camera is reacting to something. Hold down RT to find the trail. The camera obscura has the power to photograph the invisible. I wonder if this is the same as the power Soka uses for her shadow reading. But there's nothing there. Okay. Hello? Drowned woman? No, I don't like that idea. Hello? The hatch on the duct has shut itself. Must have been the wind. Yeah, you keep telling yourself that, mate. You keep telling yourself that. Woman in the shadows? Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's items, right? Oh, no. I hate this. I hate doing this. It's type 14 film. Right, that's okay. And then herbal medicine. Good. Okay, we got some medicine. We got some things. You said they were looking down. Do you think that means something? If I go back to where the drowned woman was, see if she dropped an item herself as well. There's a heap of scrap wood at the end of the hallway. The water must have washed it all down here. There's a hole in the wall. I can see the next room over. It looks to be just as flooded. Okay, nothing here. Worth looking though. But they're looking at the water. That's where they drowned. It's, nope. Okay. I really don't want to look at the hatch. Why are there hands? There's hands over there. Look. Hands waving in the dark. I don't like that. Oh, they've gone now. That was good of them. I want to go another way. I want to not go where the hands were.
I don't think this is the way to
Oh no! It's not! I'm exploring, game! Game does not let you explore. Don't like that. Forcing me to go where the weird creepy hands were. Hello. I think they were like prisoners underground and that was their hands reaching out through a cage.
It should be around here.
Oh. If you were a ghost, that's one way it would scare people. Well, yeah, just stand on the ground and wave your hands at people through the ground. Okay, let's go. Okay, more herbal medicine. Oh! Hi! Hi! Okay, I'm recharged. Oh! I've got my multi-shot thing. Take my 4 shots, ghosts! Did I do it? Did I do it? I did it. Okay. Yeah. Take it. Wait. Did I win? You should be sorry! Thanks. Okay, I like this camera though. I like the camera. We'll go this way now. Oh, we can't. No, don't do it this way. Don't. I hate the way they open doors in this. Right, once again, doll room. Nothing actually in here. Oh, there's something. I see soil on the other side of the boards. The walls and ceiling are warped, and they're all creaking. The entire building must be buried. Okay. I know this is something in the first one that absolutely terrified me. Like when you open the doors and there'd be a ghost right behind it, like directly behind where the door was. So as you open it, the camera's right there. It's like in your face. I hate it so much. Okay.
This must be the room where Hisoka found that album.
Must be, eh?
Yeah, it seems so.
Okay. A man shrouded in darkness. He's also looking at his feet. Maybe it's just because they're sad. Camera is reacting to something. Maybe I can see something through the viewfinder. Okay. Oh, why was I using Type 14 film there? That's probably why that fight was so easy. I was on Type 14 film. No? I'm not gonna... What? Oh no, I think I know. Do I have to rotate until... Oh, you have to lock onto it, maybe? No? Oh. There we go. So you have to find an exact angle for it. Yeah, I forgot about that one. Crumpled note has materialized. This must be what the camera was reacting to. There's a note lying on the shelf. Maybe it belonged to someone who lived here. Messy note 1. How long has it been since I lost everything? The mountain swallowed up half my inn. All I have left is that old album of post-mortem photographs, the one left by my father. I don't even know who these photographs are of, but it's the last vestige of family I have. How long have I spent here, wallowing in the darkness? It doesn't matter. I'll burn it all, and then there will be only me. There will only be me. I think I'll end it up in the observation room on the roof. The sunset is lovely up there. Oh, cool. The camera is reacting to the notes. Using this note as a token, I might find a trace that will lead me to some info about the photograph. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. That was like a cutscene. Oh, but he was hanging. He was... I missed it. I missed a photograph opportunity. Sorry, hanging ghost man. I wanted to take a photograph. The alcove wall has come loose, revealing black soil behind it. This whole room must be buried. Okay. So I have to realise that sometimes in those cutscenes I can still press Y and he should turn around and point the camera automatically for me. First time I came through here, I saw someone hanging through the roof. Like I could just about see their feet dangling. So yeah, there's someone hung themselves in this inn. Definitely, unfortunately. Alright, let's see if we can go upstairs now. Where I wanted to go originally. I wish stuff wouldn't fall from the ceiling like that. I don't like it. Are you good ghosts? Are you bad ghosts? I think they're bad ghosts. I think they're the ghosts I saw before. Super shot! That didn't work. Oh no. It's gonna take forever to recharge. Oh, and there's one behind me. Hi, ghost. Don't like that. Don't. I don't like that. Don't. No. 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 Go away from me, please. Go away. Oh, I'll let them attack my assistant. That's the right plan. Hi. I can't get to my assistant because I've got another ghost in the way. Uh-oh, I think my assistant might die here. This isn't good. Come on. Come on, save the assistant. Save the assistant. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah! Multi-shot! Fatal frame! Uh-oh, multi-shot fatal frame! Didn't get the fatal frame. Oops. I don't know what I'm doing here. You're gone. I didn't take much damage. I think I ran away properly. Oops. Something to look at here, though. Is that the door? The windows in this hallway have all been nailed shut. Okay, so the two girls that we saw but took photographs of before then came to kill me, which could mean... no, that was too quick.
According to the stories, after the landslide, the owner of the inn moved to the 3rd floor.
How do I get over there?
They say he burned himself to death there, or that he threw himself into the lake.
I can see the water on the 1st floor through the gaps on the floor. I don't think I can get
Tell
through
me
here.
about it.
Oh, there's a thing over there, but I can't reach it. Not very good with the timing stuff at the moment. Hello?
Sensor. They say that if you look up at the 3rd floor veranda, you'll see someone looking back down.
Oh, I don't like that.
I'm sorry.
Sacred waters, good. I really don't like this room. Oh. Pale blue light is visible through the window. It looks like moonlight. It's probably not. Okay. Why did it turn around there? Okay. Right. What are we looking for? I don't even know what we're looking for now. Like, why have we come up here? There's something over somewhere. Like this. I keep getting that little light reflection. That item, do you think? So terrified for that stupid little ghost hand to pop up. My flashlight won't penetrate the thick glass. Perhaps the landslide buried the building even up to this floor. Maybe it's just a really dirty window, mate. Okay. Oh. the sound effects are getting more ominous. The camera is reacting to the door. Let's have a look at this. There's something in the photograph. The photograph shows the duct with its hatch open. The photo might be showing the location of the key to the... Oh. Nice timing. Nice. Considering there's been door knocking in this, that genuinely had me. I'm not scared. You're scared. Tell me I'm scared. Oh, yep, there's the man hanging in the hole. So, I'm thinking that's the inn owner, that he came up to the 3rd floor, hung himself, after setting the whole place on fire. Wicked. But again, I don't like the fact he's still there. Why are you still there, dude? You really want me to read this note, don't you? There's a soiled notebook here, messy note number 2. Like the one found in the old building, it looks like it belongs to the innkeeper. Even before the landslide, there were always strange goings on around here. Some years ago, 2 girls went missing on a college field trip. That'll be the 2 girls that we just exorcised. The police were stumped. A few days later, one of the girls turned up again, seemingly out of her mind. There were lots of theories, but most people believed they were simply spirited away. That girl came back each year to look for her friend, like some sort of pilgrimage. Countless people have gone missing here over the years. We're all used to it by now. My father was spirited away too, as was the folklorist Keiji Watarai. Next, it'll be my turn, I bet. I'll vanish with the rest of them. I doubt anyone will think to come looking for me. But after scattering all those reels for us to use, I know it's really kind that they leave lots of camera film that happens to fit the camera obscura. Though I think it's spiritual film. Is my big theory on this, is that there are like friendly ghosts and they're manifesting the film that I can use to trap the vicious and evil ghosts. That's how I like to think about it. Because otherwise, why would they have all of this lying around? Okay, we have to go back to the hatch anyway. That was the next hint. So we'll follow the hint, which led downstairs. My heart is absolutely racing playing this. It's got so much atmosphere. I don't know why. I think it was down here. And then to the left. Oh, do I have to? Do I have to? Oh boy. I can't get the hatch to the duct open. It's being held shut by a powerful force. The camera is reacting to it. Tutorial sync shots. Taking photographs identical to the psychic photographs taken with the camera obscura can break seals blocking your access. Oh, maybe I should have done this before. Maybe. Take a photo that matches the one you already have. Wait, what? We what? What? I don't think it's going to be these. Although that's a pretty cool shot. They're temporary photos. So you can look at all of the journals again. It's under notes, no? Maybe not. I don't see that. That's the one photo I can think of. not that one. That was from the last time. And that's the creepy shifty eye photo. Ah! So I just have to be in the same spots. Okay, totally creepy. I had a photograph of it open, so all I had to do was match it. Right, that makes sense. There's something in here amongst the pipes, which is going to make me try and grab in real time. Oh, okay, yeah. Totally sensible thing to do. Found a key on a yellow keychain, which I'm hoping. All right, so we have to go back up to the 3rd floor, and that key will hope. Oh, we got a baddie. Bye bye. I'm hoping this is the only one. Hi. It's a fatal frame I can't do because I haven't got the ability to instantly take another shot. There we go, shutter chance. Ha 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 ha. Oh boy, where are you? There you are. Teleporting. Don't like teleporting ghosts. But we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Come on, matey. Come on. Nope. No more teleporting. I told you that. No one likes the teleporter. Hi. Okay, got multi-shots there. 2-shot combo. Okay, I think I got it there. Oh! Hi. We did that. I did that, yeah. Can I... Oh, do I have to spend points to upgrade his camera separately? That's 134,000 points I've got at this point. So I think you... Oh god, there's 2 cameras that you have to spend upgrades on. We're doing okay for now. I don't need an upgrade. I want to find out which camera I'm going to use most. Like, is it this one or is it the one Yuri has? I'm going to hope it's the one Yuri has, because that's the one I want to upgrade. But I like the multi-shot feature of this one. I don't know if I'm going the right way anymore. I think this was the way we came. It was left and then right. I think. Was it? Yes, maybe. Calm. Gotta stay calm. Gotta stay very calm playing this. Open. No ghosts. No ghosts. Wicked. No, it's not this way. I have to go up the stairs. I'm going the wrong way. And it ends up being scarier than the game right now.
That was scary.
I think it's because I'm so on edge. Like everything is going to get me. Oh. Damn it, Dean. Let's run a little bit. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. Shouldn't be possible. I think it's because I'm so tense playing this. Like I'm expecting stuff that will happen in game. When something happens out of game, it's catching me completely unawares at this point. Oh, it's not even that loud either, because I've got it turned down a little bit to make sure it doesn't deafen me this time. Oh, here he comes. Hi. Come on. Oh, this is the guy that hung himself, so his neck don't work so good. Back off, dude. Oh, 4-shot combo. Recharge, 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 recharge. Please recharge. Thank you. Really, get out of the way. There is some guy with a snap neck here. Oh, the ropes. Oh, he got stabbed in the back as well? What the hell? Oh, I don't know how I avoided that one. I'm just going to take a photo of him like that, because I can. Oh, he's got a lot of health left. I might have to switch to Type 14 film for this fight. Where is he? Nah, I didn't get to the rope in time on that one. Right, let me change film types, dude. I'm going to change to Type 14 film. I need the extra oomph. Yeah! Because this is like a boss ghost, so I'm taking the stronger film. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Multi-shot time, come on. And there's the knife in his back again. Oh, come on! I was locked onto that at that time. Ready for a multi-shot. Ready for my multi-shot. Ready for your close-up, matey? I think we did it. Type 7 film reloaded. Oh. You knew if there was a cat in there, it wouldn't be happy. It really wouldn't. It would not be happy. My neighbour's cat has been asleep outside my front door like all day, which again is really cute. It's the three-legged one, and she just sleeps next to my bins now. She just looks at me when I go out rather than running away. I'm like, you daft cat, what are you doing? She's still out there. She's hiding underneath the steps when I came back in. I was like, oh, so cute. She's a daft cat. But she's getting more personable as she gets older. Okay, the ghost left something behind when it disappeared. Soiled note has been left here. Messy note 3. Looks like it was left by the innkeeper. This place has gone from a tourist hotspot to a suicide hotspot. But I suppose that was always the case. This mountain and death go together side by side. Mikomori was once known as the Grove of the Shrine Maidens, a sacred grove where the mountain's maidens oversaw the deaths of pilgrims, easing their passage into the other side. I like that. I envy it. I wish someone would be there to see me off. Was that the man who wrote this note? Maybe I'll find something upstairs. Well, it did say he went up to the 3rd floor.
Yes, I'm fine.
Right, Rui, I just exercised the ghost. I know you couldn't see it, but I did. The ghost is gone now. You're fine. And I have photographs to prove there was a ghost there. Actually, did I take any good photographs there? Right. There. Oh. 666 pointer. 708 pointer, that was a pretty good one. Now, we've got a key that should match this door now. You open the door using key on yellow keychain. Oh, no. Oh, woman who was hanged. That's one of the Shrine Maidens. That was the woman in the Shrine Maiden kimono Like the head one, the one that if you see, she kills you. Like that. That was fun. That was definitely fun. As far as you can be wandering through an abandoned house in the woods in the dark. Yeah, I don't get why they keep coming here. Like, why do they keep coming to this place when it's dark? Like, surely these things can wait until, you know, sunrise? Got mirror stone. Cool. Means I can die. A black stone that emits a mysterious light. If you run out of health, it will protect you. Okay, thank you. Door will not budge. Something must be blocking from the inside. There's another door above the stairs on the other side. Okay, thank you. I guess I know where I'm going now. Still feels like a tutorial. Up we go. So beautiful.
It's so beautiful. Looks like it's nothing. If I could run into that sunset.
Bye. There's a scrap of notebook paper on the floor. It looks like there's something written on it. Suicide note. The sunset beckons. It's calling me into the water. This is the right thing to do. No, it's not. Not at all. You should have got some help. Man hanged by the neck. But there's stuff all over his back. Like, seriously. Look, like in his back, it's like shards of glass. Do you think that's like he swung down into a window and it broke and it's like, yeah, yuck, yuck. Don't like that. Yuck. Why do I have to analyze these photographs and ghosts? Like trying to work out how they died and got into the state they did. And I got his head being weird. More Type 14 film. Okay, I should probably start using Type 14 film some more. Must be locked from the other side. Okay, thanks. Oh, there's a door here. I can see to the room through the shattered window. It has been completely burned. There is nothing left. So we're looking to see if there's anything from the guy who's hung himself. Yeah, there'll be another ghost, probably. Yeah, look. Man staring at something while being hung from... dude, I thought we already exercised you. The whole room is charred. That man might have left something behind. If he did, it'll likely be hidden.
Looks like there was a fire. This must be where the innkeeper moved.
Okay, but I have a rough idea where he might have left stuff. There might be something hidden here. I better check using the cap now. Okay. There we go. What's it gonna be? Another messy note? Rui, where you go? No. Rui, no. 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 No, no.
Rui!
Run and stop him! Like, seriously.
Rui! What's wrong? Is something there?
Yeah, it's the crazy ghost. I told you before. Don't care, don't care. I want to... Okay, changing film. Maybe I have to stop her, like, quickly. Come on, come on, come on. Right, I've switched to... Alright, I've locked on. That's good. Right, come on. Give me a close shot. Give me a good shot. Alright, you know what? There's a double thing there. Okay, bang. Yeah, leave him alone. Leave him alone. You flying over there, leave him alone. Leave him alone. You get away from him. If you're gonna go after anyone, come after me. Come on. Leave Rui alone. This is so unsettling. I get it, but leave him alone. You know what? I'll take a shot there. Recharge, recharge, recharge! Ah, I risked a shot. It wasn't worth it. Because she actually finally swung at me. Like, really? Bang! Shutter chance. Take it. Take it. Are you going to swing at me now? Come on! Finally, there's a shot. She's draining my health just by being nearby. I don't like that at all. Right, just keep taking shots. Keep taking shots while I can. Bang, that'll be a good shot chance. Nice. Come on. Oh no, my camera wouldn't take a shot. I was locked on and everything. Come on. Missed. That was terrible. That was terrible. I'm missing all the big shot chances here, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just as long as I take her out, I think I'm happy. Like that. Doesn't do much damage, but it does a little bit. One more shot. Well, a couple more shots, she's down anyway. Come on. Come on. Come at me. Come at me. Oh, it wouldn't let me. It's not letting me do my 4-shot thing. Maybe it has to be charged up. Okay. Looks like there's a limited number of times you can do the multi-shot. Ha! Got it!
What were you doing?
Tense.
Can't you remember anything?
This is why you don't bring children with you to haunted places in the middle of the night, in a place that's notorious for people committing suicide.
You cannot leave the mountain.
Okay, hi Maiden. Do I have to fight the Maiden of Blackwater now? Do it? It looks like I do. Cool. got plenty of Type 14 film here, so I'm just going to take as many shots as I can, as and when. Oh, I know why I couldn't take my 4 shots thing now. It had disconnected it. I need to take some. There's an item I've got that reduces the water. That one, purifying embers, and I'm also going to use some herbal medicine to get some of my health back a little bit. That's good, right? Because she auto curses you with that water thing. Take 4 shots. Take them all. I don't care if it uses up loads of film. Oh, I missed that one. Got you on the rebound though. And there. And there. Come on. And a shot of chance, because I hit you several times. I think, is that enough? Is that enough? Did I stop you? Yeah, I stopped you. I stopped you. Bye-bye, Maiden of Blackwater. You're not going to stop me leaving.
We're leaving.
We are leaving, yes, yes. Woman dressed like a shrine maiden. Is she connected to the note that I found? There's a note here, seems to have been singed a little by fire. Listen note 4. The album of post-mortem photographs was assembled by a folklorist who lived on the mountain. His name was Keiji Watarai. He became fascinated by the custom and moved to Mount Hikami to study how it spread through Japan. My father seemed to take an interest in these photos as well. Strange foreign customs always fascinated him. While he was running the inn, he helped Watarai collect post-mortem photographs from the nearby town. On Mount Hikami, water itself was deified. It seems like Watarai wanted to get a deeper understanding of this unique outlook, so he set up a house in the forest to experience it firsthand. He was greatly aided by my father, who had already set up the inn by that point. He remodeled it from an old, unused shrine. I think he thought the extra religious heft would help attract more visitors. This is why. So the inn is a shrine! Yay! One day the folklorist went missing. Several people formed a search party, but they were unable to find a trace. Even the road to his house seemed to have been lost to the woods. My father scoured the mountain too, but all he found was that photo album. He was soaking wet when he got back. I remember he was acting strangely. His eyes had this curious glint, almost like he'd been possessed by something. The next thing I knew, my father went missing as well. I'd forgotten about the photos until I found them in the old building, after the landslide, but now I understand why my father left. Watarai too. These photos are so beautiful. Keiji Watarai, a folklorist who lived on Mount Hikami. Hizuka probably has some books about him. We should get back. Ruri needs to rest. The photo album left behind by the innkeeper was put together by a folklorist who lived on Mount Hikami. As Ren and Ruri explored the inn and traced the spirit of its owner, a ghost tried to lure Ruri to suicide. Then, through the pouring rain, an ominous shrine maiden appeared. Ren and Ruri left the mountain with more questions than when they started. I think that's turn 3 finished. Third drop. And I got S rank! Eee! 52 minutes completed and 52,000 points. I didn't buy any items, and so I got lots of Type 14 film. Yay! Achievement, post-mortem photography. Ooh, 4th drop. Interlude. Oh, it's an interlude with Yuri Kozukata. Shadow reading. Okay. Interludes are good. Break from the creepy. With Hisoka still missing, Yuri recalls what she witnessed on the mountain. Fuihi taking her own life while entranced by a malevolent spirit, and the bodies of the dead shrine maidens washed up at the pool of purification. These disquieting images leave Yuri with no doubt that Mount Hikami houses some kind of horrifying secret. Yuri takes the camera obscura that she found at the mountains and begins searching for a token that will lead her to Hisoka. Didn't we find something of Hisoka's, like a necklace or charm or something?
Suicide, huh? There was no body, right? And you said, what was it? That lots of women's bodies washed up afterwards? I think there have been reports saying something like that before. Oh, well. I'll see what I can find out tomorrow.
Who was that? Police detective? Pick up the camera, okay. Hisoka's camera obscura is on the desk. This is the only picture from the camera obscura that shows anything. That's a bit of a blurry photo. A dark silhouette standing on what looks like a body of water. The other photos are no good. They're all black as if they were exposed to strong light. This doesn't tell me anything. Maybe there are more clues in Hisoka's room. Okay. And it's raining. That sound sends me to sleep. That's the sound effect I use when I can't sleep. I just put that on as white noise. I love the sound of rain. It's so relaxing. Look at that. Oh, that rain effect is so good. I still find it very amusing that I was told when I moved to Japan that it doesn't rain much in Japan. Because I'm from England, I must be used to lots of rain. 3 days later, torrential downpour. Wait, hello? Hi! That was a bounce. I saw a bounce there. She likes to sit at a desk to relax. The Japanese style of room helped her de-stress. The drawer is locked. The camera obscura is reacting to it. Okay. It's... Oh, there's something under a bed. There's something in the picture. This is the storeroom on the first floor. Now the question is, what do you mean by first floor? It's an old Japanese style full-length mirror. I've never liked looking into mirrors. Why? But you're so pretty. And you also bounce. Okay. I get it. Now, because in Japan they follow the same idea that first floor is on the ground floor, I'm going to assume that's what they mean. That there's a storeroom downstairs on the ground floor, and that's where it wants me to go. But we're on the first floor. Oh. Girl in uniform? Why is there a girl in uniform here? Why? What was that? Is there something in that room? Why is there a girl in a school uniform in Hisoka's house? You can look down on the shop from here. Okay, that's going to be useful later on. Oh, no. Right, if this is anything like Project 03, I have to keep an eye out around the house. You want to look at walls. If anyone spots anything weird, like showing up on walls, on surfaces, any objects that you may realise like that looks out of place, please do point it out. Things start getting really weird in the house in 3. Like, as the game progresses, the house itself becomes more and more haunted. Alright, so when it says first floor, they actually do mean the first floor. Okay, that's good. Because this looks like the one from the photograph. Maybe. There's an old file on top of some luggage. Looks like a report on a shadow reading case, but most of it's been erased, making it difficult to read. So there's a crack in that one. That's possibly just a texture. What I'm looking for is like faces appearing, or damp bits and water draining down, or blood, or handprints. You know, really creepy little signs that start looking completely out of place. Like a big black stain on the kimono. Why is that there? Subject, Akari Narumi. Client, Kyoko Narumi. Personal photo, no details. Result, subject deceased. Nothing I could do. Okay, so that's the picture that we're looking for. A girl in a school uniform. It's been crumpled up so many times you can't make out the face. Okay, lovely. But this looks okay. I mean, there's no marks on the kimono. Maybe that was just a shadow from me stood in front of it. I don't know. Oh, I can open something. Okay. Nothing of interest in that drawer. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe there is a storeroom on the ground floor that it still wants me to find. But it'll be like, if there are changes, because they'll be subtle. They'll be like so crazily subtle at first. I remember the first time I saw it happening in 3, I was terrified. I was like, oh, what the hell? This is supposed to be a safe spot. Now I realize in horror games there are no safe spots. There's no safe rooms. There's nowhere you can hide. Nowhere you can go that's safe. But you see, like, there's a weird, like, pink stain on that wall, but I think that's just a texture. Is this? Yeah, so this is what I mean. They do mean first floor is ground floor. Okay. There's something under the bed. It's a small key. Maybe it opens the drawer in Hisoka's desk. Alright, we go back upstairs and open the desk. This is what they mean by an interlude, is it's in the house. Some dusty old paperwork is also under there. It looks like a shadow reading request. Case closed is written in large red letters. Subject, Miku Hinazaki. Client, Sachi Iyama, friend. Token, personal photo. Details, disappeared searching for her missing brother, but was found. Mother of 1, father unknown. Disappeared again 3 years later. Note, photographer, client is her daughter's guardian. Result, search abandoned. Attempted shadow reading several times, but traces were too weak to follow. Suspect subject is alive. Suspect subject is alive, but a newer or stronger token is required. It may be that the subject does not want to be found. Ah, hello. Warm but lonely expression. She looks like she might fade away at any moment. Looks like there are a few more pages in here. Subject, Tsumugi Katashina. Client, family physician. Token, personal photo. Details, unstable family. Tendency to blame herself for strife with her half-sister. Bears self-inflicted wounds. Note, strict family may be the cause. Last doctor for care after subject is found. Result, search abandoned. Contacted by the family. Matter has been turned over to the police. Have been asked to drop the investigation. Her face seems tinged with sadness. She's still missing, but her family has given up the search. We're going to find all of these, aren't we? These are all the ghosts that are going to show up in the next section. Case closed is written in large letters for Yuri Kozukata. Subject, Yuri Kozukata. Isn't this someone related to Ren? Client, there's no client token, personal photograph. Details, emotionally unstable after family lost him. Oh no! This is Yuri, she's Yuri! Ah! Emotionally unstable after family lost in accident. Stopped going to school a few days ago. Neighbours say she left home as normal. Note, claim to see things others can't. Now recovered. Token, taken into custody. Observation required. Safely in my custody. Believe close attention is necessary. We'll look after her for a while. Okay, yeah, that's the character we're currently controlling. Gee. A high school graduation photo. Just look at that intense expression. I wonder how much I've changed since then. I still have a hard time looking at mirrors. Okay, so we need to go back upstairs to look at the desk. Oh, that was there's a ghost sound. That sound was there's a ghost. It went ding. There's a ghost. There's a ghost. I don't know. Gonna go upstairs. And what's in here? Don't what's in there? I don't know. That was this one. Hers was the sliding door. Okay, here we go. Still that radio thing going on. Let's open a drawer though, apparently. We can open a drawer. It's too dark. There's nothing of interest in here. That radio's going to come into effect later on, I know it. Use the small key to unlock the drawer. There was a file tucked away in the desk drawer. It contains photos and several sheets of paper. Subject, Haruka Momose. Client, F. Himino. Friend. Token, personal photo. Details. Client and subject used to be cafe regulars. A group suicide was reported at the time of disappearance. Connection unknown. Note, quiet, gentle girl. Seemed keen to please others. Haruka Momose. Compared to her photo with Fuyuhi, she has a somewhat darker expression. Miyu Hinazaki. Looks like someone else who went missing on the mountain. Subject, Miyu Hinazaki. Client, S. Iyama, foster mom. Foster mom. Token, personal photo. Details went looking for her birth mother, missing since subject's childhood. Uttered something about Mount Takami according to her talent agent. Note, said to possess psychic powers. Client is very worried. Photo of a slender, elegant young woman. So this is Miyu Hinazaki. The girl from the prologue. A cassette tape from an answering machine. The label shows a date and the client's name. Missing person file for one, Kazuya Sakaki. I've heard Hisoka mention the name before. Subject, Kazuya Sakaki. How am I supposed to remember who all these people are? Kazuya Sakaki. Client, Ren Hojo, friend. Token, personal photo. Details, known to wander off. Went incommunicado while gathering post-mortem photographs for Ren, awaiting possible contact. Note, gives a bad impression. Seems quite unlike Ren. Kazuya Sakaki. He's a friend of Ren's, but I've never met him. Hisoka's journal, part 1. There was a journal tucked away in the drawer. It looks like some notes relating to clients. Met with a potential client. Doesn't know whether subject is alive or dead. Says she may have wandered off somewhere, maybe waiting for help. Doesn't want to leave home in case subject comes back on her own. I tripped up, said something I shouldn't have. I asked what she'd do when we find her. She laughed and said, when she gets back, there are things I want to tell her. Her smile looked forced. She looked worn down. By it all, I should mind my own business. I'm worried about leaving Yuri alone, but this one is urgent. No time to lose. I have to go. This file lists the missing person cases that Hisoka took on. Haruka Momose. This is the girl that Fuyuhi was looking for. I may be able to track her down if I use that photograph as a token. Don't want to... We don't want to track her down. We know she's dead, don't we? Isn't she dead? Didn't we already find out that she's dead? And that she drowned? Maybe we don't know that for sure because there's been no body. All we know is that Fuyuhi killed herself. Right. Let's get out of here. Which way is out? This way? This way must be out. Shop front, I think? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we're following Hisoka Kurosawa. Like, yeah, we've got ghosts of her going this way. Hisoka, this time I'm the one who'll save you. Okay, using the camera obscura, Yuri found a number of missing person case files connected to Mount Takami. She's now more determined than ever to head back to the mountain and find Hisoka. Okay. I think we got time for one more turn here. Fourth drop. We're playing as Yuri again. Difficulty normal. Fuyuhi has been searching for her friend, a girl called Haruka Momose. Yuri finds a photo of Haruka in Hisoka's desk and uses it to follow her trace leading back to Mount Takami. We're not taking any special items with us, just whatever we had last time. Fourth drop. Spirited Away. Yuri Kozukata. After finding a missing persons file on Hisoka's desk, Yuri realizes Hisoka had been looking for Haruka Momose. She recalls that Fuyuhi said when they passed the Shrine of Dolls, Haruka, she's here, and we're going to the Doll Shrine. Nope. With this in mind, Yuri heads to the Shrine of Dolls, hoping that if she finds Haruka, she may just learn of Hisoka's whereabouts too. I was waiting for this. I'm waiting for them to make me go to the place with all the dolls. So people that think I'm being cruel to them in my tabletop RP games, it's like, if I was being cruel, I would put you up against a room full of Japanese dolls. Because these things are creepy. Spiders, they're cliche. Dolls. I'm going to just have a drink. I'm going to have a drink, calm myself before we go into the forest one more time. situation. I should have done that a while ago, but didn't. Right. Okay, let's go. So despite the fact we know the friend's dead, we're looking for the person she was looking for as well. This is going to totally end perfectly well. Haruka must say, this is the girl that Fuyuhi was looking for. Hisoka must have been trying to find her. But I'm guessing if we follow the trail of Miss Mosa, then we might find our friend instead. Right, I've got Type 7 film loaded. Don't want to waste my Type 14. I think it was this way. Because we couldn't get up that section, there'd been a landslide. Oh great, and the creepy, ominous sound effects work. Oh, I'm already being attacked by ghosts. Already, hi. Oh, hi. Hi there. I'm just going to take a photo while you stand up, that's fine. And another one, just for good measure. Recharge, please. Recharge quickly. Please recharge quickly. Good, got it. Bam! Yeah! Oh, okay. That was worth it. I used my spirit charge to get a second shot in. Maybe I should time it for a fatal frame, though. Don't say die! I don't want to die! But just because you're already dead doesn't mean everyone else has to be there right at the same time. Water flowing from the rocks has pooled here, forming a small pond. Lovely, lovely. You know what, I can upgrade my camera at this point. Upgrade to camera attack distance. This one, the speed. Loader is something I definitely want. Damage. Yeah, I'm just going to upgrade her camera's loader by one stage. Because it's a shared point pool. It just means I can take more photos more rapidly. So that'll be good, in case I miss time. So that's a good sign, right? Immediately into a fight. Soon as level starts. Haruka Momose behind the waterfall. Thanks. There's something here. It's a note. There's a note here soaked in water. It's written in small feminine handwriting. My handwriting's feminine in Japanese because I was taught by women. I awoke to the sound of water. Should I press on or go back? This is the point of no return. If I want to see Fuyuhi again. If Yuhi's came looking for you, you'd have to go. What? There was something that happened there. I have no idea what it was. Camera did not lock onto it. Damn it. Another event I missed. Herbal medicine, thank you. I appreciate you. I think someone fell off the waterfall, maybe. Okay, uphill. There is something about being very vulnerable, being only armed with a camera. Like, you get into a lot of horror games and they give you weapons and all sorts. Like, Resident Evil stopped being scary because they just arm you to the teeth with shotguns and rocket launchers and all sorts. And this, what do we get? We got a camera. We have a camera to defend ourselves. That's it. No weapons, no armor. Just a camera. Hey, new purifying embers, thanks. Which is good, because it looks like I'm going to have to go near some flooded bits here. Wistful Shrine Maiden. we have to go into the water to get that. Alright, let's do it. Don't like this. Don't like this. There's a note lying in the water. Maybe it's from Haruka. I came here because of the sunset. It was so beautiful, it made me want to cry. It was the same as the sunset I saw when I survived. The sun seemed to sink into the mountains. I had to come and see it. Melting away into the waters of the mountains seems natural. Seems right. I feel like the others are telling me to. The ones who didn't survive. The sunset is drawing closer. Or maybe I'm drawn to it. Oh. I saw that. I don't like this. Oh, that's the wrong button. Can I get away from this a little bit? Oh, wow. Oh, I need to run or something. Why'd you hurt so much? Oh god, oh, get off me! Get off me! I want to run a little bit, but I don't know where to run! No, not in the water! Don't run in the water! Run up the path a little bit. I'll have a medicine. Oh, water. Okay, I'm going to switch to Type 14 film. This will do some damage. This will do some serious damage. Reload. Oh, I risk getting far too close there. Oh, that's not good. I definitely need to use... I don't like our camera. I got Purifying Embers, yes. Oh no, this is why I couldn't run away anymore. Oh, I got it. Did that last shot, while it hurt me, got rid of them as well. That was not a great fight. That did so much damage, and my feet are very wet now. That was not good of me though. From here you can see the whole area below the waterfall. There's a shrine road wiped out by the landslide and the path that leads up here. Oh. I perhaps should not have looked over the edge, I'm sorry. Oh, no. I'm not running! I probably should. Never again. I will never again run from these things. Hi. I can't lock onto her. This is awkward. There is nothing to lock onto. I'm having to manually aim every time for this shot. It's probably going to do a little better having to do that, but come on. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. That was a bad shot. Come on. Come on, I'm using Type 7 film for you. Ooh. I've got a charged shot ready. Hi. Oh. Oh, that was a good shot. That was a very good shot. I gotta see if I can keep that one maybe, because that was so very much in her face. Come on, you're gonna come at me again. Oh, she's gonna fall. Oh, I didn't get into the right spot for that one. It's that idea of ghosts reliving the moment of their death over and over again. Oh, come on. I like the fact that on the other camera I could see their health. That was again, I like the other camera better. Can I have that one, please? Oh. Oh, is that it? Is that it? Have I put you to rest now? No? She's gonna fall. Oh, I was hoping I could have got a shot from that, but apparently not. Oh boy. Splat sound effect, I know, right? Right. That's a brilliant shot, that one.
Hello there.
Ah, General Kenobi. There it is! Oh, that shot is gorgeous. Right, I want to save and lock. Yes. There we go. Oh! God, the look of terror on her face. That's horrific. Oh, I did it though, but I've taken so much damage here. I'm gonna have to use another herbal medicine, which is not gonna do wonders for my skull unless I find some more. Right, we're going up the stairs now. Oh, okay. I'm being a little frugal with my film. It's fork in the road. The plants here are slightly different than the ones below the pool. Must be close to the unfathomable forest. Well, we have to go through the unfathomable forest to get to the doll shrine. He's saying one of the guys at badminton was giving out cabbages, so you're making a bunch of Avatar references and no one got anything. Oh. See, this is a problem. People don't watch enough movies. Oh, you have to redo your drivers again. Sage, what's going on with your computer, man? Oh, I've been there, though. Computers are fascinating things, and I blame Windows Update for everything going wrong at the moment. Another update that nobody asked for. Okay, saved. Thank you, game. Stone lanterns along the road to the shrine have all been lit. But who lit them? They never answered that.
Did I hear a rockin' stone?
Oh, the TV show. Oh, what, like Avatar the Last Airbender Avatar? I never watched it. So I was thinking, what cabbages? Who talks about cabbages in Avatar? I was like, ooh. It's always annoying though when you make a reference and no one gets it. Hey, more herbal stuff. I've heard good things about it. I think the live action movie put me off the whole idea of it for a very long time. Worst film I've ever seen. I've seen some pretty bad films. But yeah, I stopped watching a lot of... I stopped watching cartoons a long time ago. Like about 7-8 years ago. But I watched a lot of Japanese cartoons instead. But yeah, the movie was terrible. Oh my god, what's this? acting, the dialogue, it's just appalling.
This is the hanging tree, I guess. Certainly looks like it.
How does that look like a hanging tree?
Huh? What? What is that?
What? What's going on? What? I got a photo of him. That does not bode well. This does not bode well. Oh, I can see his health. Okay, I can see his health. That must be a carryover from last one. Stun shots. Yahahaha. Yatawata, she will catch her death. I'm going to switch to Type 14 for a little bit, do some damage. You dodged to the side and I missed. Oh, that's going to hurt. That's going to... Oh, that hurts. That hurt a lot. I'm nearly dead because I mispressed. I mispressed. Why is he invisibly stalking me? I don't like that. Why? I don't like the fact that you, dude, were invisible there. Back off! I should probably heal myself, but... Come on, come at me. Okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Got you on that one. Don't try and sneak around on me, mate. Don't appreciate it. Don't appreciate you. Look, you're dead on the next shot. Like, I could kill you right now. You could kill me. What are we going to do about it? Oh, right, so you're going to go invisible. Really? I'm not letting you hit me like when you're on fire. Get lost. Oh, that doesn't look good, so I think it's time for a sacred water. Okay. Dude looks like a pissed off Tanuki. That's a good one, too. Yeah, he probably skinned a Tanuki and wore it as a suit, like an Egger suit. Oldest trick in the book is going invisible. Yeah, but I've got a camera that's supposed to let me see invisible things. Like, how is that fair? Medicine? Medicine is good. There was another item over here somewhere as well, I think. Wasn't there? Wasn't there an item somewhere? Oh, I can't see it anymore. I lost it. Alright, we'll just follow the creepy ghost image, which is supposed to tell me how to get to the doll shrine. Not that I want to go to the doll shrine, but apparently that's where I need to go. Okay, doll shrine's up this way. There is another item in there. I don't know what it is. Okay. Wandering Shrine Maidens. 2,700, that's a good photo though. because I got 3 of them in the shot at once. I can't take another one. It'll only let me photograph them once, even if my camera's ready. Yeah, here we go. So we found the other bridge. This is never good. This bridge is never good. And I don't like the fact... Murdered Shrine Maiden. So this is the guy that we read about. The one that went nuts. Oh man, gouging out eyes! So the one that went crazy with the torch and the knife and killed all the Shrine Maidens and threw them over the balcony, threw them over the waterfall. And before killing himself. Yeah, love it. Really, really love that. That I love in every kind of way possible. Yeah, as in I don't. There's a note lying on the collapsed bridge. Such small handwriting, I think it's Haruka's. For you, he didn't see the sunset. Only I could see it. That's why I have to go alone. The light of the setting sun lives on in the mountain. I wish for you he could have seen it. I'm glad she didn't, but then she still came back and died for you, with you. And there's the shrine. There it is. But there's an item over here. Idiot me wants it. It's film. Some Type 61 film. Yay. Some super strong film. This is good. I like collecting strong film. That's gotta be Haruka, right? Yeah, Haruka Momose heading to the ground. Ooh, hydration, good point. I will hydrate as soon as I've got a chance to, Sage, but thank you for the reminder. Oh yeah, so not creepy. Countless dolls are lined up around the shrine. Maybe the shrine used dolls in its ceremonies. They look like they've been out here for quite some time, exposed to the elements. Okay, thanks. Thanks, that's this place is exactly what I needed tonight. Just lots and lots of creepy dolls. Haruka Momose entering the shrine. Haruka is somewhere in the shrine. Yeah, we knew this last time and we still didn't go in, did we? No, we didn't. Is it open this time though? Yeah, of course. I don't like that. I do not like that. Nope. I really don't like this. Oh, this is just no. 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 Thank you. No, thank you. Notes got updated. Why? Why? This is giving me flashbacks of Home Sweet Home. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Thanks. Just give her a hug. Okay, hug time. Try a hug. No, she don't want a hug. There's one here on top of the stairs. There's a doll on the stairs. Yeah, thanks, I needed that. And there's a doll in the corner. Yep. Oh god, I hate these types of rooms. This is not, this is no. This is a whole room of no. Hi, no. There's 2 items on the floor. I'm going to go for the note first. Let's see if the note helps. Haruka's note number 4. There's a note here written in small writing. It looks like Haruka must have come here. I'm going to take a drink now. This bit is absolutely terrifying me. Ever since we survived, I felt like every day could be my last. I feel closer to Fuyuhi than ever. It's nice sharing secret with her, sharing my guilt. We often talk about the past. I remember a lot of things from back then. Okay, we can do this. We can do it. Like how her face was the first picture I drew in kindergarten. We split the sheet of paper and drew each other. I remember growing taller than her and how she stayed at my house while hers was being renovated. We often talk about that kind of stuff. Most of all, I remember singing the Song of Memories at kindergarten graduation. I looked over at Fuyuhi and she was already looking at me waving. Whenever I hear that song, it makes me want to go back there to that time. We're going to hear singing in a moment, aren't we? My whole life has been flashing before my eyes. Of all the moments, that's the one I want to keep on living over and over forever. Nope. What's in the box, John? What's in the box? You got a crush lens, a lens that deals more damage to targets based on its level. To use it, equip it to Camera Obscura and press X when you have enough spirit power. Cool. Camera, lenses, there we go. Crush lens! Increases damage, it's a double damage at the moment. I'll take that, that's fine. Shall we? We could increase that. I mean, I've got quite a lot of points this level. I kind of just want to upgrade the camera. Okay, so we got a note. That door is going to be locked. I'm going to be trapped in here. And then the dolls are going to start attacking me. Oh, no? Okay, that's good. Oh, I love the big shadowy hand. That was beautiful. Can we get past the doll on the stairs? No, we can't get past the doll on the stairs, apparently. Because it's at the top step, we can't step over it, or round it, or move it. That's just not something we do. It won't budge, it's being held shut by a powerful force. Okay. It's a doll. The doll's holding it closed. It's like, no, don't go in there. Medicine, right. More healing stuff. Bodes well. Bodes super well. I think that doll was there before, right? The camera's not reacting to anything. Right, let's go back in here and just see if there was something I missed. Was there another exit from here? Maybe. No. Oh, Haruka, I must say, looking at the dolls. So she was this. That was Haruka? Is there something under the doll display? That would involve touching the display. You don't want to do this. You do not want to do this. You do not want to do this. You do, no. Oh, you really don't. There are stairs below the doll display. Haruka might have gone down there. The wooden grate won't budge. There must be a way to open it. Yeah. By fighting the evil dolls. Yeah. Hi.
Oh, you found me.
I did? What? Oh. Okay, you're kind of cute. That's okay. That was...
You can't die either, huh?
What?
Ah, you want to go down there.
Yeah. No.
I know you want to die.
No, that's something creepy you shouldn't say.
Before you do, how about a game?
No.
What?
Don't, no.
This is you. It's an effigy. Find me, if you can.
Oh, no. I fought these kids before. Oh, don't want to fight them, they are nasty. The camera's reacting to something. Okay. I knew I was going to hate this section. That's... What is that? I don't even know what that is. There's something in the photograph. Looks like a person hanging from a tree. Maybe it's the hanging tree outside. Okay. Photo might be showing where to find a hidden effigy. Yeah, I think that was outside where we found the scary guy that tried to stab us and set us on fire. Which is not a sentence I ever want to have to say again. Don't like it. Fleeing child. That's right, child. Flee.
Emotional damage.
Good night, dude. See you in the morning. Good night, Wheels. I shall see you tomorrow. I will be so totally not awake. Quick side distraction. What time are you planning to head out tomorrow? Well, I need to be in town for about 10 AM, so I need to leave here sometime just after 9 AM is what I'm thinking. Neb. Hi. Oh, hi. More Type 14 film, that's good. Oh, okay, and I pick up film and a doll falls in the water. Which means I can see water through a hole in the passageway floor. Some of the dolls are missing from the shelf. They must have been washed away. Not good. Not good. There's an old notebook left in the hallway. I decided to conduct a memorial ritual of sending a doll downriver as it described in Mount Hikami folklore. Here on the mountain, the flowing waters have long been deified. Life springs from the water, then returns to it. All of the bones in the cave beneath the shrine had been laid into the waters. This was probably considered to be a way of returning life to the water. The shrine was built upon the pure water river, with a walkway crossing it. I found numerous dolls in the bottom of the river and downstream. These dolls were likely placed on the water as a form of memorial for those they depicted. And the gigantic dolls that were greeting us when we came in, yeah, they've all disappeared. Yeah, they've all gone. Yeah. Please don't do that, game. Masked man. What? What's he carrying? Okay, I can't get... Can I get through this room? I can, but it makes my clothes wet. I don't even know if I'm going the right way here. I'm supposed to find an effigy, but then there's also these 3 children that are guiding me around as well. Oh, I knew that there was going to be a killer doll thing. Go away. Oh, I got an achievement there called 1 to Nothing. I don't know what I got that for. Yes, Sage, completely fine. This is fine. Oh, I didn't catch that one in time. I saw a ghost go this way. Kind of want to see if there's anything else in this room, but I don't want to see if there's anything else in this room because this. Come! Hi! Bye. No, go. Okay, I found a way out. That wasn't like that before. What's over there? Oh, look at all the dolls. Look at them all. All the dolls hanging. All of the dolls. I don't... That's not me. Am I looking for the doll that's supposed to represent me? Is it that one? No. That one? That one doesn't look right. That one looks way bigger than... about I just take a picture of it? No. It's like there's something here. Haruka didn't come this way. Her trace led me inside the building. Oh, beautiful. Have I got to just find which doll? Which doll is it? Hi. Hi, everyone. Hi. Like, some of this... That's not a doll. That is not a doll. Oh, there it is. Right. Is that it? No, maybe. Oh. I got achievement for one-shotting a ghost. Maybe, yeah. That could be it. I did good then. Okay. First off, my lens isn't equipped. Oh, right, equip. There we go. I should just make sure that all of my lenses are equipped, because I'm gonna need them in this fight. Yeah. Right. It's pointing here. Like this here. It's pointing at this one. Do I have to be in a specific location? No. Specific orientation. No. I'm very confused. Because there's something catching my eye here. Feet? It's not the feet of that one. Do I have to be in a specific... I have to be in a specific location, don't I? Right. Hang on. Where was it? Collection? No, maybe. Tokens? I think it's usually... Is it tokens? There. That's the photo I have to try and reproduce. So it looks like that one. But at an angle. Usually once you've got the right place, it... sort of... like it lets you lock on. But maybe I have to be further back. Don't think it's this one. Do think it's this doll here, which is totally not a doll. And I think it's this tree is what it seemed to look like. But where do I have to stand to get the shot? Over here? Oh, this is frustrating. This is very frustrating. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's not even the same shot. Is it really? I guess. It's so dark I can't even tell. It sounded like something fell into the bushes. This is gonna go well. This is gonna go well. Right, yep, the effigy's there in front of the totally not a doll ghost thing right behind it. So-called effigy. I think it was made to look like me. Yeah, okay. Hi, children. Oh, I hate the children fights. Switching to Type 14 film because this fight is going to hurt like crazy. There we go. The double damage to him. I hate fighting the children ghosts because they just move around a lot and there's lots of them. Bam. Bam. Using up so much film with this, but you can't. Don't push me. You dare push me, brat? We'll take a photo of you. Yeah. Totally not creepy. Oh, she wants to push me. But it's alright because I got a close-up shot of you. Bye-bye. Yay! Now I have to go back into the Shrine of Dolls, apparently. Yay. Alright, let's go back in, I guess. Do I have to? I think the answer to this question is probably yes. Yes, you do. No, you're not going to let me, like, take a photo of you. Okay. Hi. It's a doll about the size of a child. Let's walk away from it quickly. Let's run away from it. Run away from the child-shaped doll thing. Hi! Oh, hi there. Hi, can I have this? Can I have it? I saw that. I saw that hand. Thank you. Saw that hand. Didn't get me this time. Where do I go? Oh, I can't actually go anywhere from here. Alright. I don't think I can. There is a door on the right. Apparently. I'll go in here. Is there anything in here? Hello? I can see a doll's eye there. That's not... Okay, cool. There's an old document inside the drawer covered in a bunch of doll parts. I've been having those dreams again where I'm playing with the kids I've started looking forward to playing with them. Sometimes I don't even want to wake up. I looked into it and the games we've been playing actually used to exist. This is the third document, so I'm missing two. One is called Spirited Away. Everyone hides each other's dolls and whoever finds theirs last is spirited away. That is, they go out of the game. Wooden dolls were usually used, made from the sticks of trees on the mountain. The next game was called Ghost Marriage. Everyone hides their dolls except one person called the Outsider. That person then chooses a partner of the opposite sex and searches for their doll. It's a bit like hide and seek, only the owner of the doll that's found is said to be bound, that is, married to the outsider. However, if the outsider finds the wrong doll, then the owner of that doll becomes the outsider instead. My theory is that these games are based on actual rituals that took place on the mountain. In my dreams, the games go on until the children disappear into the mist. I wonder what would happen if they took me with them. Don't wonder that. That's not something you should wonder. Another doll. Another old document. This is document 1. Having sat abandoned for many years, the Shrine of Dolls has now undergone significant reconstruction. In the past, local legends tell that the shrine used so-called effigies as offerings. These effigies are likely the old dolls that were found inside. The road to the shrine was improved, and so a number of visitors gradually increased. There was no end to the visitors bringing their own dolls to add to those left outside. Assuming this practice to be harmless, no effort has been made to prevent it. As we were repairing the old dolls, we learned that each of them is engraved with a name. We also found tiny teeth, bones, and small bundles of hair tucked away inside. Were these mere keepsakes, or perhaps something more? The purpose of the shrine has since become clear. It appears these dolls were believed to contain the souls of deceased children, and were likely offered to the shrine as some kind of ritual. We also learned of a cave below the shrine. Known as the Womb Cavern, it housed several human remains. Perhaps initially, it was not dolls offered up at the shrine, but people. It seems the cavern may be where the bodies were disposed. We are considering renovating the cavern into storage space, placing the bones into dolls of their own, and holding a joint memorial service for them all. Don't put bits of people in dolls. The door is being held shut by a powerful force. Okay, right, there's no way out of here, so I'm going to have to go back outside. Oh, but that door's locked. I can't get through there. Is there a way through here into the next room? Like here? Double door. Okay. Check. What is it? There's an old Japanese-style dresser in the closet. Okay, this is not a... Why am I inside a closet? Why? Don't put me in a closet, game. That's just mean. Right. Now, according to the map, I wish I could zoom in. It looks like if I go into the next room and straight ahead, there might be another door out of here. Like, over there. Okay. Yeah, I've already looked in this room, dude. Thank you. This is definitely an effed up place. You are definitely right. So they did weird things to people in these games. Oh look. I don't think I can go down this way, can I? Oh, I can. Oh, this is never good. Never good going into a flooded section in a game called Maiden of Black Water. I don't like the sound of that. And there's a baddie. There's a bad ghost here. In the water-filled place. That's what I wanted. So let's get a couple of cheap shots off. Cheap shots. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where? Oh, there you are. No. He's behind the wall. Got ya. I don't know who you are, but I got ya. How did this person die? No, 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 I should not have taken a photo there. I should not have taken a photo there. Hi, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Hi. I think I got my fatal frame in. Did I? Did it? Oh. Okay, I want no one's here crying. Don't need to hear crying for a witch in this one. We really don't. Who was this one? He was... not the boy in white. This is Man from the Water number 2. Okay. We got him. Got him. Here, flashlights off, people. Tired and heading to bed. Have fun. Message you in the morning when you've got an ETA. Alright, cool. I will see you tomorrow, Nebulous. Have a good night and drive safely. Oh, it's like a little maze of dolls on shelves. Cool. No, get off me! That's mean. Don't do that. I was trying to get a Healy item. Thank you. Dolls everywhere. Lots of dolls everywhere. Countless dolls have been placed on shelves that have sunk into the water. This must have been a storeroom that got flooded. Can I get through here? Oh, there's a shelf thing. Oh, whoa, don't. What? Was that cloth? Oh, it's cloth. Why is it red cloth? It gave me type 0 film. Special film, it's the most effective film exercise in Ghost, but it takes time to load. Yeah, it's ridiculously powerful. I usually save it for fighting off final bosses. Why is it giving me type 0 film in here? Oh, this might be why. Switching to type 14. That's alright, this thing doesn't have too much health. But it's a maiden. It's a maiden. Bye, maiden. Oh no, that was stupid, that was stupid, that was stupid, that was stupid, that was stupid. Why are you floating so high above me? I can't see what you're doing. Oh no, 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 don't. Oh no, 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 no. Bang! Bang! Refill, reload, 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 reload. Yeah, shut a chance. She's not gone yet, dude. She's not gone yet. Where is she? I see you. I see you. Come on. Come on, Maiden. I'm starting to try and learn when those fatal frame chances are, but I haven't done it. Oh, that was creepy. Bit too slow on that one. Come on, come at me. I'm not taking a photograph of a sheet. Okay, this thing This thing's got a lot of health. Like, all the times I've managed to hit it with those shutter chances and last minute shots, it's not even at half health yet. This is the one that it wants me to use the Type 0 film for. This is why it gave me it. Come on. Well, you know what? Let's take a few shots here. Oh, I get it, I get it, I get it. Oh no, recharge, recharge, recharge! Yeah, lots of spirit power. I'm at full spirit power, so I can start taking this double. Shall we try out the Type 61 and go for a charged shot? Oh, did I win? Maybe I won. I'm scared. It ran away from me. There's an item over here that I'm really tempted to go and see if I can grab before we move on, but I don't know how to get to it. Like, it's in there somewhere, but I can't get to it yet. Maybe I have to come back with another person, or I don't know. Oh, that was fun. I think that's a mirror stone. Good. I like mirror stones. Mirror stones will give me lots of points. Mirror stone is your 1-up. If you die, it revives you. Okay, if you get scared to death. Right. Oh, the restore lens. A lens that restores your health based on how much damage is dealt to the target. Yeah, okay, I'm equipping that. Thank you. This button. No, this button. Camera, lenses, restore. I quite like that idea. A lens that heals me? Okay, yeah, I'll take it. I don't ever remember there being a restore lens before. Okay. Where do we go now? Oh, room on the left. Room on the left. Because the doll that was blocking the stairs is no longer there. Hi, doll room. Saving. Thanks, game. Right, so I said I had to come back here with my effigy. Do I drop my effigy into that? No? Why did I have to come back here then? This is where it said I had to come back to. Didn't it? The girl was sitting in the middle of the doll display. I should try placing the doll there. Oh, okay.
Here, we can play together. Stay until you feel like dying.
No, thanks.
Wait.
Thanks. Oh, she ran away. Right, I'm on type 7 until I get the right pattern. Oh, she does the same thing as the little girl did before. Okay. Not good, not good. I mistimed that. That's No, that was not great. Oh, there was she summons those dolls. I mean, they fall in one hit, but ow! Don't summon the big dolls. Please don't summon the big dolls. It's totally creepy. Switching to type 14. Restoration. Okay, that healed me quite a bit. That's good. Oh, I don't like this. Back off! We should go for another restoration shot at some point. Oh, so there's multiple of the dolls, and they put on masks so that they all look like her. I get it. You gotta try and find out who the real one is. So they all fall in one shot, so that's good. Right, that one will fall over. And that one will as well. Gone. I really don't like this room. What's going on? That was good. That was good. Did I get it? Did I get it? Did I get it? Found this effigy on the floor. I should put it back on the doll display. No, you're supposed to let me take a picture of that one. Let's put it back. It sounded as if something moved beneath the doll display. The wooden lattice blocking the hidden staircase is open. It's quite a long section, this one. But let's go on. Let's do what no one should ever do. Let's go to the place called the Womb Cavern, where we know dead bodies were found and where they think people would be sacrificed. This is not appalling in any way. What are you doing, Yuri? It's Yuri, I think. Oh, Yuki. I think it was Yuri. What are you doing? This is... It's a man carrying a reliquary. Right, so he's over there. Can't get there yet, though. I can see another cave through a hole in the wall. The passage appears to be lit with electric lamps. It springs forth from the netherworld. It is the netherworld itself. Where does that passageway lead to? I don't want to know, do I? Then perhaps it is the raven black hair of the maidens who were drowned in these waters. Haruka was here? I don't get why Haruka is here, though. Must have been led here by the evil maidens. Yeah, that's it. What is that? Spirit water? Yay, so sacred water, a full heal. That's not ominous at all. And this should be the ember item, yeah, purifying embers. So if I get completely terrified, aka inflicted with the water curse, that will fix that. The door is locked, the lock is broken, I won't be able to open it. Okay, there's a lot of prayer seals all over that. But we're going to go this way. A black box sits in a hollow along the passageway. I have vague memories of how this section ends, because I think this is as far as I got when I played it with Princess Sully. Oh boy. Oh boy. And I don't remember any of it because it's been years. But not great. Some more Type 90 film. Film with the symbol of purification is very effective at exercising ghosts and loads quickly. That's Type 90 film. So again, the second most powerful film in the game. It loads quick, it does lots of damage. I could double it by loading up the crush filter. The crush lens. More boxes. No. Don't like this. What? It's really making sure I got that far. Because yeah, can you see that box over there? Can you see it? Hi Eden. How are you doing today, Eden? A richly decorated black box is submerged in the water. You're coming into a very disturbing end to a chapter here. The lid is shut. Nope. Behind the box, the ground drops off and the water is flowing down. The box is sealed shut and I can't open it. Doing well, just got home. How was work today for you? I don't know, just no. There's a partially open box submerged in the water and it looks like it's filled with dark water. I have the option to open it and there's an arm sticking out. This is going to be Haruka. And she go, don't, no, please, why do I have to do this? Don't, oh no, it's not going to be Haruka, is it? It's going to be the woman we're looking for. Hisoka. I don't know. This looks like, yeah. Oh, she's not drowned. Look, her head's above water. She's still alive, come on.
Haruka.
Oh no, it is Haruka. No! Haruka, hello? I don't know this.
I can still see it.
So this is the sunset that she was drawn to.
Beautiful sunset. On the day that only the two of us survived.
I don't think you're going to see much of a sunset down here, love. Oh, it's the Maiden. Maiden Blackwater with a light source? Mirror? That's not a good way to go. Not there's any really good way, but that's horrific.
Haruka.
Oh, you're alive. You're alive.
For you here. I'm melting. Stay with me, Haruka.
How is she still alive? That looks like she did manage to battle and get her arm out. Oh, Okay, hi. Oh god. Let's switch to type 14. Okay, hi. You missed. Absorb the spirit there, that's good. Because I want to try and heal if I can. Bang! Bang! Oh no! Right, I'm going to heal with that one. Because I think that will help. Shut a chance. Good. Bang. Okay, nearly got it, nearly got it, nearly got it. Hi. You're quite pretty. For a ghost that's trying to murder me and everybody else. Oh, I was too close to it to be able to get the proper shut chance off. Ow! I love this recovery lens. I mean, it saps up my spirit energy, but... Oh, your work name was Blair? Okay. Blair is better than being terrible, I guess. But, oh, that was close, because we nearly got cursed.
I was sent here to come and look for you. Can you walk? Come on, let's get out of here. All right.
Oh, we still have to escape. That's beautiful. I'm nearly out of type 14 film at this point, so I'm switching back to type 7. Door is locked. An iris flower is engraved on the lock. It seems I can't get out this way. Okay, guess we're going this way then. No. No? Oh, that way. Alright, okay. Let's go. Well, absolutely thoroughly drenched. Clothes are sticking to you. And they're very see-through in certain patches. But, you know, what to expect? We've been crawling around in flooded cave systems. Yeah, it was.
Yes,
but,
it was.
But we're not going to tell you that she slit her own throat.
I want to see her.
You don't want to see her as she is right now.
I need to apologize.
For you, he's a little dead. Last time we were here, she cut her own throat and then got trapped into an eternal death loop. I think I exorcised her, but she may be back. Come on, let's get out of here. Let's go. I need to use one of them ember things because, yeah, oh, it's draft. Dry me off, please. Yeah, see, a little bit wet. I'm a little bit wet. Right. Anyway, let's get out of here.
Forgive me.
Well, Fuyuhi knew she was in here. We should have just let Fuyuhi come in with us into the shrine. Because then we could have...
Would you be together too?
Yeah, we could have rescued her, and then neither of you would have had to be dead. Considering how she's talking, I don't think Haruka's gonna last very long.
So sorry.
Oh, stop apologizing. Really? Look, she's already dead. You can't do anything about it. Oh yeah, but we haven't told her. Really? You're gonna keep on like that? Come on, let's get out of here. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Oh no, the ghost's gonna start singing that song from elementary school. I said it was gonna crop up at some point. I knew it would. Oh no.
I can hear a song. It's that song.
Hanoda? No, don't run off on your own! Oh no, I have to follow Haruka's trace. This is gonna end so well. I love it. I've been saying that for the whole intro. Oh, get off me, get off me, get off me! I've got my water level so high that ghosts are gonna attack me like crazy at this point. But it's for a piece of paper. There's an old handwritten note here. It's covered in black smears. I must kill them all, every shrine maiden. I can't stand their eyes. I must gouge them out. They have seen too much. Yep, okay. Creepy guy with the knife and torch. Alright, where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? We're going left. Sacred water's good. If I get attacked, I might have to just use that immediately. Wrong button. Go this way. I like the fact there's a little guide here because this place is an absolute maze. Do I just have to walk across the river here? Oh, there she is. Oh no! No! This is where Fuyuhi killed herself. Right, I'm taking a heal here, please. Thank you. It's got me up to half health. I'll take it. Just doing as much damage as I can. Probably need to extend the length of the camera's effectiveness with the next upgrade. Yep, that's a Shrine Maiden with... Look, it's got blood all over her throat and neck, so I'm guessing this is the one that had her throat slit first, which is the one that caused Fuyuhi to kill herself last time. Awesome. Firing out this Type 7. I don't think this one's going to be too much of a problem. Oops, 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 oops. Oh, don't flicker. It's doing that flicker thing. No, 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 no. Oh, there we go. Because it, like, I remember that, because when it does the whole thing where it's going to slit its own throat, you take lots of damage if you let her pull that off.
What's calling for you?
What? Come on, let's get out of here.
Right.
Okay.
Fuyuhi.
There was an item in the middle over there. There was an item. You're not going to let me pick the item up. That's okay. I'll take the cutscene ending. Oh.
What were you doing there?
She went to see the sunset.
I saw the setting sun.
Yeah.
It was drawing me in. I was becoming a part of it, as if I were melting.
Well, what's important is that you're back. Miracle you're not hurt.
Where is Ryuhi? Huh?
Oh, this is going to be a difficult conversation.
Is she here? I hear a song. That song.
Haruka, please. Just try and get some rest for now, okay?
She needs to be on, like, suicide watch. Otherwise, she's just going to leave, and she'll go back up that mountain. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, I better give her some time to recover. I have to tell Ren and Rui about Hisoka. I don't know where they are. They're gonna. Is this like a living room? Or is this my room? Oh no, he must be having a terrible nightmare. Why do you think he's having a terrible nightmare? Touch him. See, we're gonna get a vision or something. Yeah. Oh, because he dreamed about killing the Shrine Maidens, doesn't he? Young boy with a knife. That's the girl from the doll shrine.
Did I kill her? Don't look at me.
Okay.
Ren.
And that's why he gouged out the eyes of all of them, because he didn't want them looking at him. Oh, no. This is good. So disturbing already.
We'll leave now. You should get some rest.
You're not going to tell them about Hisoka? That's what you said you were going to do.
Good night.
No, okay. We're not going to go and tell them. Okay, I think that's going to be it though. Come on. No? Oh yeah, bath scene. We've got to have a bath scene first. Would you actually want to... I suppose you'd want a hot bath after, like, traipsing through those caverns. But would you get yourself underwater? Having seen, like, what happens at that lake? I don't know if I could. Yeah, oh, yep, here we go. Oh. Oh. Oh no! Oh no! I don't like this being a first person. Hi. Oh god. I feel really sorry for her. I feel so sorry for her. Why is she having to go through this? No keys. How did I know? That was no social distancing. I know, right? That dream. It was just like the memory I saw when I touched Haruka in that cave. I need to know more. Maybe if I ask her. Oh, she's totally not going to be there. She's not going to be there. I know it. Right, we left her downstairs because we're dumb like that. A suicidal girl who with traumatic experience. Oh, this leads to the bathroom. Oh, we're not going to have another bath scene. Okay. Yeah, of course she's not there. Called it. Yeah, seriously, she's going to go wandering off back to the mountain because the sunset is calling her. You could have locked all the doors. Maybe that would have stopped her. maybe you didn't find her. Maybe you just brought back a ghost. Was there always a TV there? Oh, we're going to get a Ringo experience. Oh, we're going to watch the security camera. Clever. Okay. Okay. Was that Fuyuhi's ghost? That looks like Fuyuhi's ghost. That's what she was wearing when she left here. Yeah. Yuri finds the missing Haruka Momose in a reliquary in a cave beneath the Shrine of Dolls. She takes the girl back to the shop. Haruka is in no state to talk and can't explain what happened to her. That night, Haruka is visited by Fuyuhi's ghost, which takes her back to the mountain. This is predictable. You should have instantly taken her to some kind of hospital or something. Yeah, okay. I didn't buy anything though. That was good. I got a lot. I earned 76,000 points for that though, which is not bad. And got the Spirited Away achievement. So I think I'm gonna have to leave this for next week. We're 23% of the way through, so we're about a quarter of the way through. This might be done then in another 6 sessions or so. But yeah, this is a really good place to finish off, as I do have a very early start tomorrow, as I have to be out of the house in just under 8 hours from now. So not going to get a great night's sleep tonight, but hey, it's a nice place to finish off there. We've got a good kind of cliffhanger, builds us back in and ready for next session. So just exit that. No, out you get. Bye-bye, Maiden of Blackwater. Hopefully you guys are still enjoying this. It's getting all creepy already. I'm already getting grossed out, and those first person in the box drowning things. Nope. Whole world of nope. But I will still keep going because I am so desperate to find out what's going on with this. And look, my camera's gone back to front again. Hang on, I did work out how to fix this one. I have to click this button and go, ta-da! Hey, there we go. But yeah, thank you everyone for sticking around for this evening and night. We're past midnight, we're at 1 AM, so the midnight stream continues. So yeah, we're continuing on with this next week with when we move into the next turn and see if we go after Haruka again. No idea what's going on. Oh, to quote Dean, here we go. That was scary. It was, wasn't it? That was scary. Except it actually was scary. I'm terrified. I was like, oh my god, I'm going to have to go turn on all the lights now and sleep with the lights on. Thank you though, Onions. It's yeah, that was an experience and a half. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next though. I do love the stories in this, and it's got my heart racing like through the entire stream, so I'm going to try and calm myself down and hopefully get a good night's sleep from this. Hope you guys can sleep after it as well. But I say we'll be back on Sunday from 1 PM BST with some lightning returns. I say the goal is here to see if we've done enough side quests to unlock the hidden extra 13th hidden day. If we haven't, that's okay. I don't mind, because all the extra day does is give you a chance to kill all of the Omega monsters. So we'll try to do that on Sunday, but I will be then back definitely on Thursday next week with some Kingdoms of Amalur. On Friday, we'll be back with some more Maiden of Blackwater. And then Saturday with Pathfinder, Vault of Galadriel, as we see what happens to the guys after they've broken out from the Colosseum. Whatever you guys have got planned this weekend, though, I hope you have a fantastic time. I am going to be out all day tomorrow. It'll be fantastic, celebrating my birthday. So, yeah, if you need me, though, I'll still be around on Discord. All the details for that can be found at !Discord. But let's have a quick gander around, see who's up and about at this point. There's loads of people usually streaming on a Friday night. But a few little shout-outs on some amazing folks to just finish off. I say a big thank you to Onions for modding around. But yeah, thank you very much, Onions. I'm sure I have a fantastic. It's going to be so relaxing. I'm looking forward to it. Booked out to see a jazz concert in the evening. Well, not concert, like a live performance. So just booked out a table, sit there, and a guy on the piano. It'll be really, really nice. Let's say, yeah. So big thank you for us on that one. Thank you for dropping in there. And if anyone's watching and needs someone else to watch, these people are all fantastic, fantastic people. And I would still definitely rate on tour as well. I'm still waiting to see some of this Power Washer stream coming on, man. We'll see at some point. I know I will. Yeah, and then Sage, who was on earlier, big thank you on him one as well. He streams on Thursdays. And then Maiden as well, who's kept me company this evening with Deep Rock Galactic. Alright, but either way, I will see if we can leave you with someone else to keep you entertained if you're staying on. But I will be disappearing very, very quickly as I need to try and get some sleep. So you know what? We're going to go and drop in on the lovely Queen Una, I think, this time. As we went to go see Celtic yesterday. Well, I'll leave you with this fantastic person. I think I got the right username. Yeah, it's going to be an Una raid. So yeah, if you are a subscriber to this, get those emotes. Fill out chat, spam it out with the word samurai with a D on the end for a samurai raid. And give Una all our love because she is a fantastic person and always a big firm supporter of the channel. But otherwise, have a fantastic weekend, everybody. Look after yourselves, have fun. You know where to find me if you need anything. And I will catch you next time. Oyasumi. Bye bye.